There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and heard around the world on the Voice of America, with major funding provided by Bailey and Glasser. Welcome to another Mountain Stage with your host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune. But the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around a simple song. Well, thank you so much. Welcome once again to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. And today we are at the Miles Center for the Arts on the campus of Davis and Elkins College in Elkins, West Virginia. And we're part of the Augusta Heritage Festival here that goes on for 3 days. And it's all part of the Augusta Heritage Workshops, which is something that Davis and Elkins has that has 5 weeks in the summer of intensive workshops in folk music and folk arts and crafts. And I'll tell you more about that as we go along, because we actually have some folks on the show this evening who are teachers there. Many of the folks who teach at Augusta have been guests on Mountain Stage in the past. During our next hour, one of America's great fiddler violinists, Mr. Mark O'Connor, is here, and he's going to be playing some tunes for you from his huge repertoire. Also, a woman who, like Mark, was a prodigy on her instrument, the mandolin. Ms. Sierra Hull is here with her band, bluegrass player and singer. And we're looking forward to that. And during this hour, we have a great ensemble from over in the Washington, D.C. area, including a couple of folks who have taught here this past week at Augusta Heritage, called the Ocean Orchestra. And also during this hour, a couple of guys who have been on the Mountain Stage before with different groups, but they're here together because they are both also involved with Augusta. They do some great old-time West Virginia music on the fiddle and banjo. Dave Bing and Ben Townsend are here. But we're going to start out with something a little bit different. These first guys don't do traditional music. They do indie rock music, and they won a place on the Mountain Stage when they competed in the New Song Festival up in New York City, which we've been affiliated with for many years now, and the winner gets several great prizes, including a place on the Mountain Stage. They also got to do an EP down in Asheville, North Carolina, produced by Charlie Sexton, great guitar player and songwriter. But they do have something in common with traditional bands. That is, they're a family band. They're all three brothers. And they start out playing music together, but they've just got together in the trio like this in the last couple of years. They're originally from Jackson, Mississippi. Now they live down in New Orleans, so they have all kinds of influences on their music. Of course, they write the tunes, and they sing the tunes and the harmonies. Please welcome, for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Cardinal Sons.
Thank you all very much. That's the best introduction we have ever received, by far. Thank you, Larry. My dirty socks out, walk a mile, let's travel. Witness all her lies and watch the beat the swamp will wave past the trees we silent for no other. Waiting for your arrival. Waiting for your arrival. 'Cause all my friends are scattered now. All my friends are scattered now. Not alone, I'm with you. Back and forth, competing. It's always my turn to drive away completely. Waiting for your arrival. Waiting for your arrival. 'Cause all my friends are scattered now. 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 Woo! Thank you. Well, thank y'all very much. This next song is actually called It's Meridian, and we're originally from Mississippi, and it's kind of inspired by that town. It's a small town in Mississippi, and our grandparents are from that city, and they're kind of like our moral compass. So the song is for them. Side of it, but I moved down south before my age of innocence. I had lost any doubt. Oh my God, you're right again. Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God, you're right again. Oh God, you're right there. Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God, you're right there. Oh my God, you're right. Thank you very much. I realized I said that little sweet intro to that song, and then it's like this upbeat song, so hopefully I didn't throw you off. This next one is actually the first single off of our new EP, which Larry mentioned before. It's called the Echo Choir EP. We recorded it in Echo Mountain Studios in Asheville, North Carolina, and this song is called Day of Summer. I rest my bones on faded sheets. Got a racing heart and I can't sleep, and I can't wake up. The days repeat from a boiling red hit underneath. In due time, it could be fine. Forget your life alone, afraid to die. Awaken late and taste the day of summer. Rebel your fate and break your lazy slumber. All this time, your short time, ooh, is wasted too. You wasted fool. The guns are drawn, I grit my teeth, feel a burst of something I can't reach, 'cause I've been worn down and love a drink, and I drown until I oversleep.
swine. It feels sometimes I need to get a life before I die. Awaken late and taste the day of summer. Repel your fate and break your lazy slumber. All this time, your short time, ooh, is wasted too. You wasted fool. Awaken late and taste the day of summer. Repel your fate and break your lazy slumber. All this time, your short time, ooh, is wasted too. You wasted fool. Thank you very much. So Larry mentioned earlier we're based in New Orleans, and as you may or may not know, it's a very musical city. And these two guys, so I'm pretty green as far as music goes, but these two guys have been playing in a lot of bands in New Orleans, a lot of funk bands actually in New Orleans. This song is kind of inspired by the funk influence. On the track, this was actually Charlie Sexton's idea. He put a party track on this track. Basically, that means we stand in a room with one microphone and make a bunch of noise, and it's kind of like hidden in the track. So it's a nice little surprise. So if you get our EP, be listening for it. They remind me of my teens, and I'm not a part of a scene, no, but I would rip my jeans for you. I bleed for. Of time, and all these regrets that I bring, no, they don't mean nothing to you. I think for. die for another college try tonight, and I got mine. I need respite, I need release as my fair looks decrease. But her body's tight and finer still. All this young guilt makes me ill. For you, I'd kill for I'm way over my own reservation, so I die for another college try tonight, and I got mine. Thank y'all very much.
John, Joe, and Dave Shirley, Cardinal Sons. That new EP on New Song Recordings is called The Echo Choir, produced by Charlie Sexton down in Asheville. And they won the New Song Contest. And that contest has usually over 1,200 entries from around the world. And the folks are judged by their songwriting and their performing, 50-50. So you have to do both to win a spot on the mountain stage and win an EP. And they did both. They're from down in New Orleans, Cardinal Sons. It's time for Julie Adams and the Mountain Stage Band to do a tune for you. Mountain Stage Band is comprised of Ron Soule back there on the acoustic guitar. Bob Thompson's our piano player. Ryan Kennedy plays the lead electric guitar. Ahmed Solomon is our drummer. Steve Hill plays the bass. Michael Lipton's our other electric guitar player. Julie's chosen a tune written by one of my favorite singers. I was a big fan back many years ago of Ian and Sylvia. Sylvia Tyson wrote this song. It later was a hit by We Five. Yeah, I bet you recognize this, called You Were On My Mind. Say hello to Julie Adams.
This morning, you were on my mind, and you were on my mind. I got some aches and I got some pains and I got some wounds to bind. So I went to the corner just to ease my pain. It was just to ease my up this morning, you were on my mind, and you were on my mind. I've got troubles, I've got worries, I've got wounds to bind. When I got up this morning, you were on my mind, and you were on my
Julie Adams, Mountain Stage Band, little. You were on my mind. You're listening to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware, handling complex trials, appeals, and transactions nationwide. More information at baileyglasser.com. Additional support provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. You can hear Mountain Stage guest performances at NPR Music online. That address is npr.org/mountainstage. If you'd have questions or suggestions for us, there's a lot of ways to reach us. Our email address is larry@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook. You can ask us anything on Tumblr, and you can hear our Song of the Week on Stitcher. All of these links are at our website, mountainstage.org. We are at Davis and Elkins College, where the Augusta Heritage Center is open, and this is the time of the Augusta Heritage Festival and workshops. They're week-long workshops, and they feature various folk arts, but particularly music, traditional country music, Cajun, Celtic, swing, blues, bluegrass. And this last week was old-time music and vocal music. And this next group features two of the folks who taught the vocal music, Jennifer Cutting and Steve Winnick. And they're from over in the D.C. area, and for some years now, they have been making great music in the Celtic tradition. And they do original music as well as traditional music. And Jennifer has got a great story I think she's going to tell you about her first experiences here. Their latest collection of music on a CD, and it's a beautiful CD called Song of Solstice, featuring all the folks you see up here, all 7 of them and others. Please welcome for the first time to the Mountain Stage, the Ocean Orchestra.
Thank you so much. I'm Jennifer Cutting, and we are the Ocean Orchestra. And it was very special for me to be able to play that tune set for you tonight, and for us to play that for you tonight, because that tune set that you just heard, the two traditional Irish jigs, Out on the Ocean and Rolling Waves, were tunes that I learned right here at Augusta in 1985 when I was a student. Here I am back at Augusta in 2014 as an instructor with my own Celtic band, and I want to thank the folks at Augusta for making this possible. We love traditional Celtic music from all the 7 Celtic nations, but I'm a songwriter, and that's what I was teaching here this week. I'm known for writing new songs that sound old. This next song is about how for the ancient Celts, the seasons were conceived of as cyclical, and they called it the Wheel of the Year. So I wrote these lyrics to celebrate the fact that no matter how long the winter is, that wheel is always going to turn and summer will come round again. So please feel free to join in on this chorus, which goes, spin all your dreams on the wheel of the year, summer will come round again. Open your eyes, and it's already here, freeing the fire that runs in our veins.
In summer we dream of the harvest, in winter we dream of the spring, in darkness we dream of the sunlight, painting the sheen on the dragonfly's wing. Youthful we dream of adventure, restless to start on the quest, flying the heights of ambition, aching with pride to be seen with the best. Wondering we dream of the answer, stranded we dream of the tide, breathless we wait the arrival of the kiss that would waken the slumbering bride. Spin all your dreams on the wheel of the year, summer will come round again. Open your eyes and it's already here, freeing the fire that runs in our veins. Hungry we dream of the farmland, rich with the seed and the root. Thirsty we dream of the vineyard, sweet with the juice of the ripening fruit. Withered we dream of the greening, weary we dream of relief. Shivering we dream of the sunlight, warming the face of each strawberry leaf. Spin all your dreams on the wheel of the year, summer will come round again. Open your eyes and it's already here, freeing the fire that runs in our veins. Nodding we dream of our young loves, of kisses bestowed in the rain, as rivers once frozen were melting, freeing the fire that ran in our veins. Spin all your dreams on the wheel of the darkness we dream of the sunlight, painting the sheen on the dragonfly's wing, painting the sheen on each dragonfly wing.
We're going to perform another song of Jennifer's now. And this is a song that those of you who took her class will know what this means. This was written in the Mixolydian mode. And that means that it sounds kind of medieval, and it also means that it's written to a scale that the bagpipes can play. And the medieval nature of this song is appropriate because it's about a medieval figure who was a big part of Christianity in the Middle Ages, and you see him carved on all the churches, a face like this. But he was also part of pageants, and he would walk around in the pageants dressed as a man, all covered in leaves. And we like to think of him as the protector of all the great green places of the earth, like the beautiful mountains of West Virginia, where we've been here for the last week and loving it. And we're also very happy to find out we're in a proud tradition because over 30 years ago, Larry Gross wrote a song called Green Man, and that's the name of this song, too. This song is called Green Man.
It has a refrain and a chorus. Please feel free to join in.
Deep within this sacred place, Green Man, king of the wood, outlines of an ancient face. Green Man, wild man, wise one, spirit of the living leaves. Green Man, king of the wood, in his heart all nature breathes. Green Man, wild man, wise one. Green Man, bless this wood, oak and ash and thorn. In Green Man's brotherhood, all will be reborn. All will be reborn. Man may build his castles tall. Green Man, king of the wood, time and tide will see them fall. Green Man, wild man, wise one, thrusting up through crumbling walls. Green Man, king of the wood, vines and ivy conquer all. Green Man, wild man, wise one. Green Man, bless this wood, oak and ash and thorn. In Green Man's brotherhood, all will be reborn. All will be reborn. Once bright holly Christmas day, Green Man, king of the wood, then a flowering branch of May. Green Man, wild man, wise one, then midsummer's sheltering shade. Green Man, king of the wood, turns to autumn's fiery blaze. Green Man, wild man, wise one. Green Man, bless this wood, oak and ash and thorn. In Green Man's brotherhood, all will be reborn. All will be reborn. When we see the falling leaves, Green Man, king of the wood, nature's brethren do not grieve. Green Man, wild man, wise one, life and death an endless chain. Green Man, king of the wood, all that falls will rise again. Green Man, wild man, wise one. Green Man, bless this wood, oak and ash and thorn. In Green Man's brotherhood, all will be reborn. All will be Thank you.
Steve Winnick as the Green Man. Thank you so much. We'd like to thank all of you for coming tonight. We'd like to thank Larry Gross and the Mountain Stage folks for inviting Ocean Orchestra to play on their show tonight. And again, I'd like to thank Flawn Williams for inviting Steve and me to teach in Vocal Week, and all the students who came to my classes and learned all those hard modes, Dorian and Ionian and Mixolydian and Aeolian. I hope you go forth and write new songs in traditional frames. But I'd like to introduce, since this is our last song, I'd like to introduce the members of the band to you. On pipes, he just went away, but I'll call him back just to introduce him. On the Highland bagpipes, Mr. Tim Carey. Thank you. On bass, Mr. Rico Petrocelli. Also in the rhythm section, keeping the groove back there, is Mr. Robbie Magruder. On fiddle, Mr. Andrew Dodds. On vocals, the Green Man himself, Steve Winnick. On lead vocals, Lisa Moscatello. For our last song, we'd like to play the title cut from our first album, A Song for the Night Sea Journey. We set a beautiful melody by the English composer Gustav Holst to a brand new set of words in two languages, English and Irish, and specifically Donegal Irish, which is sounds the most musical and mellifluous to me. This song is good medicine for everyone, but especially for people who are experiencing a dark night of the soul, because the words of this song are a prayer for safekeeping when we feel alone or at sea. And they remind us of all the times we've come safely through the storm. Here is Song for the Night Sea Journey.
When we sail upon the lonely deep, our guard when on the silent deck, the midnight watch we keep, and help us to remember all the time securely kept when poszli ładnie, qui atrás was. Fui shukhri fui haram je, snadel tagyala was. And help us to remember all the time securely kept when after the tempest the waves lay down and slept. Oh, give us light, direct our course until our hearts renew. At night, the dark clouds shut out the stars from our view.
Thank you.
Ocean
Lisa
Orchestra, led by Jennifer Cutting. She played the keyboards, Liska Moscatello, vocals and acoustic guitar, Steve Winnick on vocals, Andrew Dodds fiddle, Tim Curry on the Highland bagpipe, and Rico Petroselli bass, and Robbie Magruder on the drums. They all live over in the Washington, D.C. area. And Jennifer and Steve have been teaching here at the Augusta Heritage Workshops this last week. While we're setting up for our last guest, I want to thank some folks here at Davis and Elkins College, the home of the Augusta Heritage Center. President is Dr. Michael Mihalo, thank him. Scott Goddard, Vice President for Student Affairs. Joe Roit, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Carol Schuler, Vice President for Development. Eric Armstrong, the Tech Director. It's been a great day here at this beautiful Miles Center for the Arts. And special thanks to the Director of the Augusta Heritage Center, Beth King, who made it all possible in a way, invited us to come back here. We hadn't been here for 26 years, Mountain Stage, and I met somebody out front on the way, actually out back, came and told me she heard that show we did 26 years ago. One of our guests was Howard Levy, harmonica player. She liked it so much, she started coming to Augusta Heritage and been coming for 26 years. So if you're listening right now and you love traditional music, old-time music, Celtic music, blues music, bluegrass music, and you want to learn more about it, how to do it, want to be a part of it, you can come here too. Spend a week and learn a lot. We're going to end this hour with a special treat for us. Both these guys have been on the show before, each with different groups, and both are part of the Augusta Heritage Workshops here during the Old Time Week, Old Time Appalachian Music, and you couldn't find a better teacher than Mr. Dave Bing, who's going to be playing the fiddle and the banjo. And Dave has been on the Mountain Stage a few times with his brothers and with the great group Gandy Dancer, one of West Virginia's finest old-time groups. And his partner over here was a house musician this last week, and he's also been on the show a couple times with a group he has called the Fox Hunt, Mr. Ben Townsend. And we asked them if they would come and do a few tunes for us, so they've picked out a few. I don't know what they're going to be, but we'll all find out together. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Dave Bing and Ben Townsend.
Thank you, Larry. Howdy. Good to be back up here. Good to be back with Mountain Stage. It's been years, and it's been years I've been doing Augusta. This is my 29th year, and we've had a great week. All the classes, everybody I've talked to, just been happy as can be. Great instructors, great students. Ben's been running around helping all the different classes. Everything's just went great, great weather. Couldn't ask for more, except here's Mountain Stage, and here we are. So we got more, even when we didn't ask for it. Yeah. Here's one. Kind of like to say it's about the life on the farm. Face the facts and take advantage of it. One called Joe Bones.
First the axe and then the knife. First the axe and then the knife to kill that calf to take its life. Keep 1/4, yes I will. I'll keep 1/4, yes I will. Keep 1/4, yes I will, and sell the rest as a bill. Walk, old Joe Bones, walk away. Walk, old Joe Bones, all day. Walk, old Joe Bones, walk away. Walk, old Joe Bones, all day. Thank you. Those were both from the Hammonds family over in Pocahontas County, God's country, the bigger mountains. We like to do a little bit of everything. We're going to try. Where would you know where this one came from? Or?
You know, I learned it from Will Lee. I don't know other than that.
Good enough.
Yeah. So I've been running around Augusta for quite a long time. I mean, for my life. And this is a pretty special moment for me because it's the first time I've been on the staff, musical staff ever for a summer week, and it's been awesome. I've had a great time hanging out and playing music with everybody, and it's just really nice for me. I wouldn't be here without Augusta at all. This is kind of a big part of how I got into all this music, and if it wasn't for this, and then I got an apprenticeship with Dave also through the Heritage Center, and he taught me what I know about playing fiddle, and spent a year out there with him, and so pretty much the reason I'm able to sit here has to do with this place, and I just want to thank everybody that's made it possible, and everybody that comes here. If there weren't people here, we wouldn't get to do this every year. And it's just great.
Thank you.
Red Mountain Dew, right?
So watch, Dave's got a pretty good harmony on this one. This is one called the Red Mountain Wine.
Well, I ain't got no money, ain't got no home, and I ain't got nobody I can call my own. I'm satisfied, got nothing to do but long for a dime for that Red Mountain wine. Got a farm in West Virginia and a home in Tennessee, boxcar in Missouri and a jet in Waikiki. But I'm satisfied, got nothing to do but long for a dime for that Red Mountain wine. Well, some women love me, some women don't. I know some women need me, and I know some women won't. But I'm satisfied, got nothing to do but pawn for a dime for that Red Mountain wine. Well, I ain't got no money, ain't got no home, and I ain't got nobody I can call my phone. But I'm satisfied, got nothing to do but long for a dime for that Red Mountain wine. I'm satisfied, got nothing to do but long for a dime for that Red Mountain wine.
Okay. They said we got one more. We're going to try that one again. We had it in rehearsal. You should have heard it. Now, I want to thank Larry Gross and the whole gang for having us here, and pleasure to play with Ben. We played with each other for 5 or 6 years now, and haven't really done this on stage, and glad he can laugh at my mistakes. And thanks for coming. We'll do one more here, a couple of Glenn Smith tunes, and that's about all I've got to say.
Come to the dance,
While I'm here at the mic, I usually take advantage of it, but I'll just shut up and play here. Thanks for coming.
Dave Bing and Ben Townsend. Oh my. If you love old time Appalachian music, it doesn't get any better than that right there. And if you'd like to learn how to play it, Dave's been up here for many, many years at Augusta Heritage, and Ben's been up here for a few years himself. And that is about as good as it gets right there, folks. I asked him what they're going to be doing. Ben said he's going to take a bike trip across the USA with some of his friends. They're going to stop and play here and there this fall and winter. And Dave said he's going to spend the winter trying to keep the deer off his property. Yeah, I'm sure he will, too. And for those of you listening there on the radio, in just a little while, there will be a fall old-time Augusta. And Dave Bing will be teaching that, too, in a couple of weeks here. At the end of October, beginning of November, there's a class, a week-long class, and then there's an Old Fiddlers reunion. So you might want to come down to Elkins for that one. I'd like to say a special hello to you if you're listening right now over KSJD Cortez, Colorado, or WSGE Dallas, North Carolina. Hope you'll be listening next time. We come to you from the North House Folk School in Grand Marais, Minnesota, with David Wax Museum, Chris Smither, Dan Wilson, Tony Trishka's Great Big World, and the Don Juans, featuring John Vesner and Don Henry. You're listening to Mountain Stage live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Radio. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Welcome to the second hour of Mountain Stage here in Elkins, West Virginia, on the campus of Davis and Elkins College as part of the Augusta Heritage Festival. We've already heard some folks who have been teaching here, all the great classes. In this hour, we're going to hear some folks who could teach anywhere. Both of them were prodigies, child prodigies, and later on, Mr. Mark O'Connor is going to come out and play us a lot of different kinds of music, one of the best fiddlers and violinists in the world. But to start us off, a young lady who has not been with us before, and we've been looking forward to having her on the Mountain Stage. When she was only 12 years old, she was invited to come on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry with Alison Krauss and play her mandolin. And then she released her first album when she was 16 years old. And she could have just gone out from her home in Tennessee and said, I'm going to hit the road now. But she decided to do something which widened her horizon. I think it's very smart. She was offered a scholarship a special scholarship, the presidential scholarship to Berklee School of Music. She wanted to learn more, and she was the first bluegrass musician to be offered that scholarship. She said, I'm going to stick around and learn about all kinds of music. She did that, and we're all the better for it, I'm sure. Her latest record is called Daybreak on Rounder. She writes songs, and she plays that mandolin. She sings. She brought some friends with her. Please welcome, for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Sierra Hull.
Sweet lies with those pretty big blue eyes, but don't think I'm
Gonna give your all and do your best. Make me the happiest girl that's ever known love so true. Tell me that you love me so, and you will never let me go. But I know it isn't so. 'Cause the best thing you can buy, don't you think it's gonna fly? Fly over like the lies I fought before. 'Cause you can take your stuff, I've had enough. I'll even hold the door. 'Cause I ain't gonna buy it anymore. Oh, thank you guys so much.
so much. Thank you. How's everybody doing? Can't tell you how excited I am to be here with you tonight at Mountain Stage. And man, what a great lineup there is. I always love this show because there's always such a huge variety of bands, and just so pleased to get to be here. I've heard about this show for a long time, and I can't think of a cooler place to get to spend my first Mountain Stage than right here in Elkins. So my first time to Elkins. So far, so good. It's been a lot of fun. And everybody's just been so nice since we got here. So you guys seem to be having a good time. A very fun crowd to play for, indeed. So I want to bring the banjo back around for another minute. Maybe more than a minute. Maybe 2.5, 3. Fall. Give me none or give me all. Don't just leave me hanging round as my teardrops hit the ground. You can let me go, you can walk away, you can leave right now, or you can stay. What do you say? Tells me you don't know what you're gonna do. You just keep me dragging on. Tell me, what have I done wrong? You can let me go, you can walk away, you can leave right now, or you can stay. What do you say? You can walk away, you can leave right now, or you can stay. What do you say? Oh, thank you so much. What do you say out there? Well, folks, it's about, I live in Nashville. Takes probably close to 10 hours to get here, coming through, picking up our bass player that lives in Virginia. And we drove up yesterday, and we've been doing a lot of traveling this year. We've went on an overseas trip, did a State Department trip where we got to go share some music with places in the world that don't normally get to hear bluegrass music. We went to Micronesia and Jerusalem and the West Bank, all in like 2 weeks. And yeah. They've never really had much bluegrass in Micronesia, that's for sure. But it was an amazing trip, and even at 22 years old, I love traveling, but sometimes it can just get to a gal, And especially when you're traveling around with a bunch of dudes. Yeah, you ladies know what I'm talking about. But they're a good group of guys to travel around with, don't get me wrong. But we do travel around most of the time in a 15-passenger van, and that's tight quarters. And occasionally, you know, we all have our moments of sitting around feeling sorry for ourselves, and I know it's hard to believe I could ever do such a thing, but sometimes I like to whine too. And about a month or so ago, I was sitting at my kitchen table. My roommate wasn't home for the evening, and I was having one of those particularly feeling sorry for myself kind of nights. And I wrote this song, and it was really just for me to kind of make me laugh, but I thought, well, there's a sincere realness about a song like this that's sometimes just kind of simple, so I thought I'd share it with you people tonight. Well, I travel around in a van. Sure, I wish it was a bus. Sometimes my butt hurts and my legs get stiff, and it makes even me wanna cuss. Sometimes my dreams feel impossible, and sometimes I just wanna quit. I get discouraged like everybody does, and I wonder, is it worth it? But it all comes back to the music. It all comes back to the songs. It all comes back to the way I feel when I see someone singing along. It all comes back to the music and to the songs my heart has to write. And this music that can drive me mad is the best friend that I've ever had, and the reason I'm singing tonight. Well, sometimes I pity myself, thinking, oh, I sure got it rough. I mean, I'm the only one in that van that isn't a man. Think about that, people. Lots and lots of Febreze. But it all comes back to the music. It all comes back to the songs. It all comes back to the way that I feel when I see someone singing along. It all comes back to the music and to the songs my heart has to write. And this music that can drive me mad is the best friend that I've ever had, and the reason I'm singing tonight. Yeah, this music that can drive me mad is the best friend that I've ever had, and the reason I sing for you tonight. Thank you so much. No kidding, man. Febreze works wonders. I just sung that at a show not too long ago, and this guy that lives in Australia, he said, I got the part about being the only one in the van, but you said something else, and I had no idea what you were talking about. Turns out, some other countries don't have Febreze. But I'm sure you folks here in Elkins know all about some Febreze. Do you guys another new song, if that's all right? Even the night shall be light. All is exposed, what's behind and before me. Once weary soul, you are free. But if I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there, your hand will guide me. Search me and know me and hold me fast. Lead me in ways everlasting. Help me not to question my doubt nor past. Fill me with hope, this I ask. But if I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there, your hand will guide me. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there, your hand will guide me. Thank you. Thank you folks so much. Thank you very much. I'd like to tell you who everybody is real quick. This is his second time to Mountain Stage, actually. He was here with the Dan Tyminski Band, or played Mountain Stage. I think that was in Charleston, though, right? Yeah, and but he's played with a lot of great bands over the years, including most recently Mr. Ricky Skaggs playing banjo in his band, but a great musician, makes his home in Nashville, Tennessee. That's Justin Moses. Back here playing the guitar, a super talented guy from Lula, Georgia originally, and now makes his home in Nashville as well. Give it up for Jake Stargell. And playing the bass over there, doing a lot of smiling. He's a Virginia boy, grew up in Chilhowie, Virginia, where he still makes his home. Just one of the finest people around, folks. That's Jacob Eller there. And we can't thank you folks enough for letting us come be part of the night. And we've just had a wonderful time. We hope you guys have, and hope that we can come back and see you guys again sometime at Mountain Stage. And we want to thank everybody, all the crew, the sound guys. They've been just doing a great job around here. And find me on Facebook and Twitter. And until next time, folks, we'll see ya.
Along with Jacob Eller on bass, Justin Moses on fiddle banjo, Jake Stargell on guitar and background vocals. Sierra Hull singing the songs, playing the mandolin and the mandola, and writing the tunes. Yes, there's a big, big talent at the age of 22. The latest album is Daybreak on Rounder Records. You want to go check out Sierra if she comes to your neighborhood. It's time to turn the stage over to our piano player for a tune. And he's going to do a traditional spiritual. Bob's done a whole recording of spirituals before, and he's particularly good at this, I think. He's chosen Down by the Riverside. Say hello to Bob Thompson. Bob Thompson, get his music at colortones.com. down by the riverside. You're listening to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware, handling complex trials, appeals, and transactions nationwide. More information at baileyglasser.com. Additional support provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. If you'd like to join us in person for a Mountain Stage show, we'd love to have you in the audience, whether we are at home in Charleston or on the road like we are this week in Elkins, West Virginia, at Davis and Elkins College. You can find out where we're going to be and buy tickets online at mountainstage.org. And don't forget, if you missed part of Mountain Stage or you just want to hear it again, hear any of it again, go to the archive section of our website, mountainstage.org, or you can subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. Each podcast usually includes songs not heard on the radio because we don't have time, and the complete finale song. We're going to end up this show in a special way. We are here at the Augusta Heritage Center, and they teach a lot of music of all sorts, and they preserve music and all kinds of folk life around West Virginia. But our guest is somebody who doesn't teach here, but he has become quite a great teacher of string music. Started out as a child prodigy. He won most important fiddle contests before he was even a teenager. And then he himself was mentored by several folks, including the great fiddler Benny Thomason and also the great Stefan Grappelli, jazz violinist from France. Over the years, Mark O'Connor was at one point the most in-demand fiddle player in Nashville. If you know anything about country music, you know that. He played on hundreds and hundreds of records before he decided to go out and become a soloist. And since then, he has made a great mark in American music. His first recording for Sony Classical was the Appalachia Waltz with Yo-Yo Ma and Edgar Mayer. And then his second one, Appalachian Journey, received a Grammy Award. He's gone on to compose concertos. His fiddle concerto is the most performed violin concerto composed in the last 40 years. And now, as a teacher, he has just published his fourth book, The O'Connor Method Violin, Book 4, and he's released a CD to go with it called Mach 4, M-O-C 4. And on that, he plays the wide variety of American music that he embraces, everything from traditional and contemporary jazz to bluegrass to classical music to Latin music. It's just about everything. And on it, he's joined by a lot of folks he has influenced and mentored. He's brought a friend with him tonight. He's making his 7th appearance on the Mountain Stage. He started visiting with us in 1988. We hope he keeps coming on back whenever he feels like it. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Mr. Mark O'Connor.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bob Thompson on the piano there, accompanying me on the Mexican polka, Jesse polka, that I grew up playing and actually played in some of those contests that Larry was talking about when I was a kid. I have a special guest. I would love to have her join me. Please make welcome beautiful classical violinist and American fiddler, Maggie Dixon. We're going to play a piece that I wrote for Yo-Yo Ma, and actually specifically for his daughter, Emily. And it was during those projects I did with him, Appalachian Waltz and Appalachian Journey. And at that point, Emily Ma was a little 10-year-old violinist, and this was her tune, Emily's Reel. We're going to do a succession of duos, and duos are featured in my method right from the very first book. And it's an exciting way for people to share this incredible American string playing. We've got one here that was written in 1915, a classic, St. Louis Blues.
I'm feeling tomorrow like I feel today. Yeah, I'm feeling tomorrow like I feel today. I'm gonna pack my truck and make my getaway.
Maggie Dixon. Maggie. I'll play a little solo piece with Bob Thompson back on the piano. My arrangement of Simple Gifts. Bob Townsend on the piano. Well, Larry mentioned in the intro that one of my most well-known pieces is Appalachia Waltz, and it's so wonderful to be able to play that piece here in Appalachia for you. And I wrote it about 20 years ago, and it's wonderful to be able to share this music with Maggie Dixon once again. This is a violin duo, and Appalachia Waltz will be appearing in Book 5 of the Method series. And here it is. Thank you very much. Appalachian Waltz has meant a considerable amount to me over the years. It's a million seller. To have a string piece be that successful is just amazing in our era. And but it's helped me focus on what I'd really like to do with my musical life. And I wanted to, from the very beginning, share the wealth of knowledge I have of American string playing. I got to learn from the masters, and I wanted to pass it on the best way I could. I started string camps 20 years ago. I used it as a laboratory test to test out materials and philosophies, learning principles, and wondering the entire time, why haven't we put American music front and center in string pedagogy? We certainly have it in the other instrument categories: guitar, percussion, piano, choral music, band, marching band, jazz band, concert band. Just the strings have ignored American string playing in the classroom and at the university levels. And so I wanted to do something about that. So I've spent the last 5 or 6 years releasing the books. I've been thinking about this for a lot more years. And it's really exciting to see it actually happen out there right now. Tens of thousands of children are learning to play the violin using the O'Connor method just in 5 years. There's an orchestral track that goes with the method, and so orchestral programs and children in those programs get to experience American music played beautifully with harmony and counterpoint, rhythm, and these amazing diverse styles. Cultural diversity is front and center in this method. African American music, Native American, Hispanic American, and European American. We are going to conclude our portion of this wonderful concert tonight at Mountain Stage with a bluegrass classic, and bluegrass makes its first appearance in my method in Book 4. I invite you to check it out online, o'connormethod.com. It's distributed exclusively by Shar Music, and it's been fantastic to all this music that we played for you tonight is directly out of the method. So somewhere there's teenagers trying this out this evening as we play it here for you tonight. I want to thank Maggie Dixon for the most beautiful and gorgeous violin playing. Thank you, Maggie, and we're going to close it out together with Gold Rush, written by Bill Monroe and Byron Berline.
Mark O'Connor, Maggie Dixon. Mark's latest recording is Mach 4, MOC 4 on OMAC Records, and his most recent book of the O'Connor Method violin is Book 4. Our thanks to Mark O'Connor and Maggie Dixon, and our thanks to Sierra Hull and her band, and to the Cardinal Sons, and Ocean Orchestra, and Dave Bing and Ben Townsend. And special thanks to all of you folks who have joined us tonight in person at the Miles Center for the Arts on the campus of Davis and Elkins College in Elkins, West Virginia. Part of the Augusta Heritage Festival takes place every year at the end of the Augusta Heritage Workshops, which go on for 5 weeks. But the Augusta Heritage Center goes on year-round. Coming up at the end of October, there'll be another old-time week, and Dave Bing will be back here. There'll be a Fiddler's Reunion. The old-time week is October 26th through November the 2nd, and the Fiddler's Reunion is October 31st through November 2nd. So if you like the music, you want to learn more about it, you can come down to Elkins. I'd like to thank you listening there on the radio, wherever you are. We hope that you'll be listening next time. The show will come from the North House Folk School in Grand Marais, Minnesota, and feature the David Wax Museum, Chris Smither, Dan Wilson, Tony Trishka's Great Big World, and the Don Juans. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilias Gouras. Production managers Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens, with production assistance from Michael Lipton, Joey Ansel, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Michael Lipton, Adam Harris, Josh Saul, and Music in Motion Promotions. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Once you go out and hear some live music wherever you are, you've been listening to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Julie Adams on a Carter Family song.
My heart is sad and I'm in sorrow for the only one I love. When shall I see him? Oh no, never, till I meet him in heaven above.
Everybody now sing it with us.
So bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so he may know where I am sleeping, then perhaps he'll weep for
Mark
me.
and Maggie on the fiddles. Dave and Ben on the banjos. Sierra's going to sing it for us.
He told me that he dearly loved me. How could I believe it untrue? Until the angel softly whispered, she'll do untrue to you.
Everybody.
Oh, bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so he may know where I am sleeping, then perhaps he'll weep for me.
Let's hear that mandolin's here. Michael Lipton on the guitar. Come on, Ryan. Bob Thompson on the piano. Ron Sewell. One more chorus, sing it on.
Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser. Mountain Stage is a production of West Virginia Public Radio. This is NPR.